Are there bathrooms on this map? I'm not as good a DM as Schizo, so
Make sure there's bathrooms in fucking every map.
Welcome to Wicked City. This is a Dungeons & Dragons game of heists and criminal politics where a group of petty thieves race to find the Vault of Dragons and its 1 million gold coins. Our players are Schizofreak as Blinken the Gnome Ranger, Kirbitha as Huel the Halfling Bard, Brax as Thorgrin the Dwarf Barbarian, and Sean as Inchi the Goblin Wizard. The last episode is lost to the audio goblins, but the Half-Pint spoke with the Artificer about fabricating evidence against the Doom Raiders, then got into a fight with Schema Weirdbottle before realizing they could use him to get to the Vault of Dragons. Huel had a vision about a girl singing, and the voice of the salesman saying, "If you kill her, you will foil the Castellanter's plans."
and so all of you walk up to your bar that you own, Troll Skull Manor. Where would y'all like to take Schema Weirdbottle, who you I believe you tied his hands with rope?
Oh yeah, we're
I
gonna
sh-
take him back.
And I shook him by the ankles to relieve him of all his possessions.
Yes.
Is Schemo being carried into Scroll Skull by his ankles or like carried regularly? Like he's on his feet.
I just
Carrying them,
assume like he was, walking in with us, not carried.
I was gonna say, I'm okay with carrying him like a suitcase by the hand.
I know you're okay, but I'm just saying, I think, and if you all want to do that, it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
He just looks
I-
he looks sad. The last thing he said with any feeling was, "I just want Froggy's axe back."
and we'll get it back. Offer him some old wine from the bar. Imagine the ghost passed it to me. I'm gonna offer Schemo some. I'm like, sorry about your friend there. Sorry about Froggy.
Yeah, it's some of that old spoiled wine that tastes very bitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Despite it being gross, he makes that like his whole face squinches like if he bit a lemon.
Do y'all have him tied up so he can't move, or have you let him go, or just his hands tied in front of his chest?
I mean, I imagine we would have like untied him, like Blinken was saying. Like,
So Schemo forlornly takes a sip of that wine, and even though it's harsh and bitter and would make a normal person gag, he just takes it like a champ. And he says, "So, cards on the table, I assume y'all are after me because you're after the vault. That's why you took that gem out of Dabble's ear, right? You want the Dragon Vault and it's 1 million gold coin."
I just thought I looked pretty. What are you talking about?
Deception check.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna roll
yeah,
27.
he looks pretty, and she looks nice on him with his ears.
14 with that. Is perception wisdom? Because Inchi's wisdom is the highest stat.
Yeah.
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 I think he had like
Yeah,
a 3
alright.
or something.
So he looks at all of you pretty confused, and he says, "So y'all haven't held the stone of Aranax and had any visions from it?"
Visions?
I mean, I kind of look at the group and kind of shrug and like saying, should I tell them or no?
I think I had a vision whenever I licked a frog's slime off my hand.
Okay, well,
Is
that
what
doesn't
you're
help.
Talking about,
Inchi, when did you do that?
I went to visit my mommy, and a frog came to visit,
Oh my.
and he got me all slimy, and I licked it.
Hmm.
I woke up a few hours
Sounds
later.
so gross. That sounds so gross, man.
Inchi, we need to take you to a cleric, or we need to get you looked at. There's something going on with you.
And Schemo looks around and goes, yeah, okay, y'all definitely aren't looking for the Dragon Vault. Okay, so why are y'all up my ass?"
Well, you kidnapped
reason-
me.
Yeah, for some reason that escapes me. I think we took you back for that reason, Inchi just said.
You kidnapped Inchi. You guys went back on your word and tried to kill someone who we were working with, and attacked us. And on top of that,
And Schemo says, yeah, the Rainier Neverember incident. How do y'all know him? That's so weird. He keeps to himself.
we know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who introduced us.
Okay. So
Waterdeep's
what
a
do y'all
small
want me to
place.
do?
Apologize.
What do y'all want?
For
Sure,
I'm
this-
starters.
sorry.
Hold on. I go up to fuck, I don't know. I'll go up to I don't even want to. All three of you are confusing to me right now. I'm gonna walk out and say I'll be right back, which I think you all assume that I'm gonna go get my goddamn dragon and come bring it over here.
So you would walk outside, and then you go to the staircase on the north side. That's how you enter the house. and you walk upstairs, and the minute you open the door, Aranax is like there, like wagging his tail and looking up at you with his big old golden eye. Again, he's grown recently, and he comes up to your waist now, puts his head like at your belly, and like rubs his head into you, and he goes.
Listen, Aranex, I don't know. Hopefully, you could get to understand me. I'm, trying to obviously talk in Draconic as well.
Just like last time when you talk to him in Draconic, he like focuses up and he looks at you intently. He seems to understand you if he can't even though he can't communicate back.
Okay, so I'm gonna, I'm always talking to him in Draconic. Then in this case, so I'll be like, listen, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but you're gonna come down here, and we got a friend of sorts that may know more information about the Dragon Vault, so I'm thinking that you could be a good help for us. You don't have to be aggressive or anything. Just obviously he knows about your eye, and I point at the eye, so maybe that'll probably shove into the right place. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So Aranax immediately, like now that he has this eye, y'all can kind of communicate with visual images as well as you talking to him. So he was gonna like send you an image of him acting aggressive or him acting all regal, and kind of ask you which one you wanted, but it sounds like you don't want him to be aggressive. And then you talk about his eye, and you point at his eye. And you get this image from him. While he was scurrying around upstairs, he found a broken mirror, and he looked at himself for the first time. And he sends you that image of him looking at himself, and he looks just like the gold dragon with one eye and no mouth that you know so well. But then that image kind of fades, and inside that gold dragon is that smooth blue gold stone that Galanus originally had, and it has that emerald attached to it. The stone is still inside Aranax, being assembled slowly. His body is built around it. Okay, and he will come back into the bar with you. When you open the door for him, he straightens his posture and he like flicks his wings and makes sure they're all sticking out. And he walks in with his head low, and then it comes up and he stands to his full height. With that, his head like comes to your chest, even though his body stops at your waist. And Schemo Weirdbottle like startles and reacts and falls out of his stool and goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck is that?"
I point at the eye, and
how did you get a dragon wormling?
I point at his I point at his eye again. You see that? That's how.
And Schemo looks at Aranax, and Aranax looks at Schemo. And Blinken, you get this vision in your head of the last time that Aranax met the Doom Raiders, when he was just a stone. You see this vision of Davil Starsong taking a knife to the stone and taking out the last gem that was in it, that green emerald that he wore in his ear. All right, so Aranax remembers being the stone, meeting Schemo, and Schemo has the realization, oh my god, it was Draconic. That was the language it was speaking. You can talk to the stone?
I nod.
He goes, and that is Aranax? The Aranax? The ancient gold dragon?
I kind of shrug and say, essentially, yeah. It's not quite, but just know that, yeah, this is a big thing, and at least I know about it.
And Emo's analytical part of his mind takes over. He is a wizard. He's very intelligent. And he steps forward with his hands tied and he says, Can it talk to you? Do you know the other pieces of the stone? Do you know the location of the Vault of Dragons? Do you know the riddles that we have to pass to get inside?
No, not yet. This is, like I said, I guess the simplest terms, baby steps.
It says, oh, okay. So you're in the same boat as us.
Yeah, except I get right, and I get like, images here and there. I like we're linked telepathically.
Well, no wonder you guys are on our app. You're way ahead of us. Fuck, I knew we shouldn't have done this. So you know what we know, that you need 3 keys to get inside the Vault of Dragons. A fist of bismuth, 3 red dragon scales, and a dozen teeth of a doppelganger. I happen to know where the doppelganger's at, and where the heart of bismuth is, and where those dragon scales are. I'll tell you where one of them are, if you let me go.
I mean, I like you and all, but like, how could I trust you? Because, I mean, I know that you're, I guess, in shambles of the trust of your group, but see, what I'm getting at is I'm as you could tell, I know that you're not that bad of a guy as these three think you are. I can't convince them because
She
they
looks
have their own
wrong.
thing. See, I point at Henshi. So it's more like a collective thing. So guys, what do you think? What if we let him go, he would tell us information. Would that be good?
And she just keeps wiggling his middle finger around, making sure to emphasize it.
Well, my thought process is we already have him tied up and captured, and he just admitted to knowing information and he just said he'd only give us partial information for freedom when we can just hold him or hand him off to the authorities, which, Waterdeep is very strict about their laws, which usually result in, say, execution, banishment, life imprisonment. Those are the light sentences because
Emo like smiles at himself very confidently. He says, "Do you know how long the City Watch has been after all of us? I've been in and out of Watch Prison my entire life. Our lawyers are great, and we have an entire history of the City Watch fabricating evidence against us, right? It was a bold plan. We did it in public, but we're gonna get away with it, guys. So don't
So-
threaten me with that."
what you're saying is it would just be easier if we carried out the sentence. Ah,
Oh, but then you'd be in the same boat. You gotta hide the body of a famous person that's gone missing in Waterdeep right after a couple of you. And he points at Thorgren, and he points at Inshi, and he points at Blinken. And y'all were all there at the dancing court. Blinken, I know you held back, of course, but Inshi, you attacked one of us. Thorgren,
And she
you
moves his middle
happily,
finger closer to his face.
Thorgren, you happily arrested us. Y'all clearly have beef and bias. People are gonna come looking for you if I go missing.
So I guess let me ask you this: what would you do if we let you go? What would you do?
He says, I would track down all the keys that I can and I'd get them in my hand. And then I need to figure out where the Castellanters get their power from. And then maybe I can develop some magic to get past their defenses. Because I know they have another gemstone on them. Those bastards wouldn't trust it anywhere else. It's on a Castellanter, their red gem. I know that. Then I'd have to figure out how to get Xanathar's gem. And then once all the stone is assembled and I have all of the information, I'm going to go to the Vault of Dragons and I'm going to get enough gold pieces to buy back Froggy's soul. And then I'll resurrect him.
And she pokes Schemo in the eye.
He goes, ow.
you make some very valid points. Except you seem to forget. I'm going to look at Emo, and I'm going to look at the fireplace, and I'm just going to say, you said we'd have to hide a body. I don't think we'd have to. Not saying I want to go this route, but I'd rather you give us all the information you have.
No, like I'm gonna say this. I'm all for a sort of partnership because again, I don't believe your intent was evil with what you were doing with Inchi and all that. What if
And she
we
squints his eyes.
calm down, Inchi? What if we all go to the vault, having better chances of getting into the vault, just in case there might be some complications, and we get enough money, for whatever we need. There's stories of what, a million. So I'm sure there's plenty to go on with your ideas of resurrecting your friend here. So what if we have a partnership and go about that way? Because again, I'm all about that. I like your idea of pursuing all these things, Castle Lantern and stuff. I just want to be, I guess the word is amicable about all this stuff, so that we scratch your back, I scratch your back, type of thing. You scratch ours, we scratch yours.
Blinken, he's had to put up a posture, to put on a brave face in front of all of you. But when he looks at you, he looks at you with sincerity, and he looks you up and down, and he says, my friends started this journey to buy back Froggy's soul without me. But now that it's so close, I feel I could feel him back in my hands. I'll do anything to get him back, including working with you guys. Frankly, I think if the rest of them stay in jail for a couple months, I can make a lot of progress and not hurt anybody else who isn't a Castellanter or a Xanathar.
Jules chugging the old nasty wine. He hears Xanathar, and he jumps through the ghost and he goes behind the bar.
Oh,
Yeah, did y'all like
Yeah,
that
just
at the
use that.
dancing court when I made the Xanathar? That scared
No.
everybody, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I hated that. Don't ever do that again.
Oh, very scary. Yeah. And then she has that knife out. Don't worry, I'll scratch your back, though.
And he kind of is a bit afraid of you because you threatened to take him to Nilhor last session. And he is
And
a
that
little
20
bit scared he is a little bit scared of mind flayers.
I'm going to pull the boys aside and, keep us facing Schemo, but far enough away where he can't hear us.
As y'all walk away from the bar, Schemo with his hands still tied, he like raises a couple fingers and he taps the bar, like looking at Lif. And Lif goes and pours him another glass of rancid wine.
Yeah, Schemo, drink up. There's plenty to go around.
All right.
I'll like lean in to the fellas and I'll be like, I agree with Blinken there. If we can help each other for now.
See, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him.
Are we sure we
She's-
can't kill him?
And she's not hurt. I mean, we could just kill him, but I mean, they didn't just kill you.
I don't want to kill him
Did
either.
they?
No,
They
we
try
don't.
to run you around the tower and just brutally murder you? Because I don't think that happened.
I ran from Mr. Schemy here, and that's the reason he did not hurt me whenever I get to the tower. He
So they-
chased me.
So they did try to kill you.
So
I think
here's-
so. Yes, he did.
Here's my thought process. We need him to get these other items. Put it bluntly, we need him, right? But I don't want him double crossing us.
He's got nothing to gain from it. If you weren't for
No.
this, the promise of his friend is still on the table.
He can take the money. If he gathers these materials, he could try to steal Aranax's eye.
He needs two skills, right?
3 skills.
Three skills. They're
real-
not getting enough of it.
Real quick, I misspoke. Because he has removed the curse of Aranax from himself, he doesn't actually need the fully assembled stone. He just needs to touch each individual part of it. So he's already
Yeah.
touched the green part and the whole stone. He needs to touch the gem that the Xanathar has and touch the gem that the Cathlanters have. And then he will know where the Vault of Dragons is. And that
Yeah.
goes for all of you as well. But when you
Okay.
give it to Aranax, you kind of heal Aranax back to his full form, and he will eventually be able to fully communicate with y'all.
I have an idea, which might be a little controversial to the group here. I mean, Inchi'll like it, but the rest of you maybe not. He needs to touch it. Why don't we just
Alright.
chop off his hands and partner with him temporarily?
What?
Itchy starts, if there's a table near him, he starts pounding it. Yes, yes, yes.
So
No,
we'd be
we're not
losing-
chopping his hands.
It would
Yeah,
eliminate the
that's-
chance of him betraying us.
Did
Fears
you
you
not?
don't trust Organ.
Did you not see how he looked when he was talking to me?
No, I was
Yeah,
too busy
you were s-
giggling to myself as I pat the 10-gallon hat on my head.
Like
And
it's
she
like
hasn't
you-
even noticed that I give him back the hat.
Took
Wait,
us
Itchy pats his head. Wait a minute. Hey, give that back.
But my point being is it would stop him from double crossing us because he wouldn't be able to touch the
His
next
mo-
stone.
Listen, his motive is to get whatever he needs for his friend to be resurrected, whatever. And he needs help. He knows that because I don't think he could do it by himself. But let's be real.
Like I said, there's
Here's-
nothing to gain from him betraying us.
Here's my counter argument. There's plenty for him to gain. He already knows where all the other items are. We don't.
Yeah, but he
He's
doesn't.
by himself. He doesn't have his bandmates, Thorgan.
I get that. But
Look
what
at
I'm
the
saying
chessboard.
is
We're
that
stacked.
yes, but someone who's backed into a corner will lie, cheat, and kill to get what they need. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't kill us, but he most definitely might lie and cheat us.
Again, look at the chessboard. Who's he gonna tell? The artificer, who's all of our friends after we saved her life, who she has in custody, the other members of their said band, the Doom Raiders.
He might tell the Castellanters that we might be trying to come for them to get the gem. And I don't know about you, but from what I've heard about the Castellanters, they're pretty fucking big players in the city. And going into an open fight with them to get the gem would not be a win situation on our end.
I think personally you're overthinking.
Like chopping off his hands or killing
Okay,
him.
we don't have. No, I said I don't want to kill him. I was trying to scare him. Clearly, it didn't work. But chopping off
Listen,
his hands.
We like I don't know if you remember this or not, but I was with him originally when we first got to Yawning Portal. I went to the bar I helped him out with the fucking bar. You know, it was dirty and stuff, and he was all friendly to me, having a good time, and he was very, very passionate of whatever he's doing. And then if he didn't understand the fact that he's looking at me with sincerity while he's talking to me, that's because he knows that I know he's not, a bad person, and he trusts me.
Okay, I'll meet you in the middle if I get 5 minutes alone with him. I will not hurt him in those 5 minutes. I will just question him, okay? If
Yeah,
I
you're not
get
gonna be
a good
alone.
feel out of this, I will back your decision 100%,
Yeah,
okay?
you're not. If Blinken goes in with you, I'll agree. You and Blinken can go in alone.
No,
You're not going in alone without Blinken.
I'm not. No, I want you with me. Blinken can stand outside.
He's going.
I want you or Inchi with me. No,
Yeah,
if Inchi's
he's scared
with
of
me,
Inchi,
you're
take
coming in
him.
anyways. No,
Yeah,
Inchi
so
might
me and
stab him.
you and she will go in alone
I-
with him.
Yeah,
Do I
I
have
just-
to?
yes. I just want to grill him for 5 minutes. Okay, I just want to be sure. If
Can I
I
Kill him for 5 minutes.
no,
No, like I said, I really trust him here, but
I
if you think
like I said, couple questions, shake him up a bit, won't hurt him, and
okay, so
like
you
I
said you're not going to hurt him, and then now you're saying you're going to shake him up a bit.
emotionally.
Okay, that's hurting him.
No, he's a man. Men don't get hurt by emotions.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what the fuck. You're one of those milk drinkers, aren't you?
And I enjoy milk sometimes. Out of character question: is there chocolate milk in this game?
I'm sure you could invent it.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Yeah, I like chocolate milk. You know the
That's
like milk, but
quick.
it's brown. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that magic spell.
I've heard of milk. What is chocolate?
It tastes like milk, but with chocolate.
Okay. We're getting off topic here. One, we're going to take you on a trip one day, and you gonna learn. Two, we are going to interrogate him. Is that cool? Are you okay with this blinking? Like I said, if I come out of this even doubting myself, I will back you 100%.
All right, I'll go along with this, and I look at Huel. If he does something, you should probably react to that, because I'm telling you, I think he has good intention. All this.
Yeah, Huel, if I do something about it.
Oh, definitely.
That was too sinister. I take that back.
I'm watching Thorgan.
Pulls a Popeye. I'm watching you. All right.
Let me see if I have any reaction.
I'm gonna walk up to Schemo and drag him into the back room.
Oh God.
You pull him away before he can like grab at his cup of wine. And he goes, "No." Okay.
Okay. The other two are coming, or at least the hell's your character's name again? Huel?
Huel. Yeah.
If it looks like Schema's about to be in pain, and she was very willing to follow.
No. I'm just kind of picking him up and bringing him over.
In that case, he's tugging on Blinken's sleeve. Blinken, what's chocolate? Who is he?
I just sigh real loud.
Okay. Thorgren, and who else is with Schemo?
Huel.
All right. Huel, Thorgren, y'all take Schemo into the back room. The windows are closed here. There's only one bit of light. It'd be a perfect place to throw him in and like blind him with a little bit of light.
Oh, 100%. I'm like FBI interrogating his ass right now.
All right, yeah, it's old. It's like old and dusty in here, so there's particulate in the air and everything. It looks hazy. And he says, get it over with."
We ain't going to hurt you, buddy. I have
He just looks around at like the vibes of the room and says, "Okay."
Well, not yet. So, I'm going to let you in on what we were just talking about, because Blinken really believes that you're not a bad guy. He wants to let you go. I, on the other hand, want to chop your hands off, and I have the means to do so as I place my hand axe on the table.
Okay.
So, we're going to play 20 questions, and if I like what I hear, you can go with Blinken, okay?
You boil it down to 10.
We'll play as many goddamn questions as I want.
Okay.
And if I don't like what I hear, you'll still go with Blinken, but you'll have a very hard time grabbing your wine cup. Catch my drift. So, question one. Why should
And you fully mean this? Like, you don't need to make a deception check. You're going to make an intimidation check.
Oh, intimidation check, 100%. I rolled a 12.
All right. He believes that you would chop his hands off, but also, like, remember, this guy is an adventurer. He's been in situations like this before. So he seems like he believes you, but he's not shaking in his boot.
That's fine, as long as he knows that I'm serious. So, why should we trust you? to not backstab and or double cross or betray us.
He says, I need to get to the vault just as much as you guys do, or maybe even more than you guys do. And look, Davil, Istrid, Zaraj, they're great for fighting bandits or cultists, but this is Waterdeep. You know, you got to think a bit more than they're used to. So I have a better chance of getting to the vault with you, and you have a better chance of getting to the vault with me. I'm a very powerful illusion wizard.
We could work together until it doesn't benefit each party.
That's what he's getting at.
That is great for me. I just want to get to the vault, and then we can go our separate ways, and I won't backstab you.
Okay. What's the stop? Like, I know you just said you wouldn't backstab us, but what's to stop you from just not telling us anything? Sure, you can tell us one thing. We need the extra gem, we need the doppelganger teeth, the red scales. If you just tell us, oh yeah, the red gems at the Castellanners, great. Kind of already knew that.
Well, are we talking about y'all letting me go or us working together until we get to the vault together?
Either or, we'll see what Blinken says. Answer the question.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, I don't know which lane to pick here. Look, any information I withhold from you would fuck up my chances of getting to the vault if we're working together. He says, and it's Waterdeep. I don't want you guys turning up dead. It'll look bad. I'm the only Doom Raider not in jail after y'all got into a big fight with him.
Like you just
So y'all
said,
turned up dead.
your lawyers
People
can
would
get
be
you
coming
out of
at me.
work.
Literal dead bodies are kind of hard to argue with. The City Watch comes at us blaming us for crimes that happened in the wards where we did shows, or shutting down our shows because they're improper or too rowdy. It's really just the nobles complaining about us. You know, when we were younglings, they would always try to pin stuff on us, throw a little silk root powder in our bag when they searched us, take us off to the workhouse for a couple days, you know. But our lawyers have gotten really good at talking us out of that so that we're able to run our businesses and do our shows without problem. But, you know, we don't go around murdering people. That's not what we do. You know, unless they're dragon cultists or bandits or red brands or the ghosts in the salt marsh or storm giants.
Or other bards.
He goes, I've gotten into bard fights with other bards, but no, I don't think I've killed other bards intentionally. You know, maybe a
Oh.
bandit every once in a while was a bard,
So you're
but you know, they
telling-
tried to attack us.
out of game. What was that bard that got killed? At the-
Oh, that halfling that got killed.
yeah.
Schemo like disappeared pretty fast. He might not even know someone actually died.
I'm gonna pull out that card and be like, yeah, well, what about that bard? You know, the Doom Raiders were
you-
here. They killed him. We had to
You have
stop
a-
and arrest them.
Mm-hmm. You can have like a copy of the newspaper that has like the obituary for Three String, which was the name of the bard that died. And he says, "Yeah, man, I know that was fucked up of us to do yesterday. I'm saying before that, we don't make a hot habit of leaving bodies that point to us.
Oh,
Even
so-
our lawyers can't talk out of that."
Okay, so what changed?
He
What?
said, "We wanted to get the Artificer's bismuth heart because it's one of the keys we need to get to the Dragon Vault. Also, she was investigating our Silk Root business, and we wanted to keep that up because that's going to give us extra money. Because when we get Froggy back, we're going to buy a manor, and we're going to live like lords for once." He said that was all to get Froggy back. That's what changed. Froggy's soul came back on the table. Not just his axe, not just us writing songs still together. No, his actual soul, which we could bring back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have two other questions. You keep talking about dragon cultists. Are there any in the city that we should be aware of?
He says, probably around here somewhere. There are people that worship dragons, but they're not dragon cultists. I think I've seen that Lady Growlhound and her husband that's running for open lord at one of the dragon temples once, but cultists? No. Waterdeep, the whole reason that dragons can't be in Waterdeep anymore, the whole magic that surrounds the city that causes that, is because the city got attacked by dragon cultists too many times. So, you know, they keep dragons out, and poor Scray, I don't like them, but they do shut down dragon cultists every once in a while. You know, when it's like 2 or 3 people before it really grows into an army. Waterdeep hasn't had to worry about a dragon attack or a dragon cultist in almost 200 years.
So that brings up the question, where would you find the scale?
And he smiles at you and he says, "There is some dragons in Waterdeep, the ancient ones. the ones that were here at its founding. They just don't fly around anymore. They look like people, and they stay in that state. There used to be a lot of them, but it's gotten to fewer and fewer and fewer. I know which person in this city is a red dragon in disguise, and I'm gonna get scales from her.
Who is she?
He says, you know that guy that's running for Open Lord? Growlhound or something, the arms dealer? His
Telling me
wife
it's his wife?
showed up. Yeah, it's Lady Growlhound. Man, y'all do know everything. What the hell? Yeah, it's Lady Growlhound. She's a red dragon in disguise. Oh, I don't hear anything coming out of you guys. Does a dragon make you quake in your boots? An adult
No.
red dragon? Your first
just-
time?
No,
How
I'm
did
just
you
thinking about how I'm
ascertain
going to have to seduce her now. Thank you. Okay.
How did you ascertain
He
this
laughed at that.
information? Like, how do
He
you
laughs
tell
at
the
that.
truth?
He says, look, okay, all right, fine, guys. The bismuth heart, it's in the artificer. The red dragon scales, they're on Lady Growlhound. The doppelganger teeth, you know, all the bartenders at the yawning portal, except for Durnan, are doppelgangers. They just showed up out of nowhere 3 months ago. Look, we got some visions. We made a deal, and we got some visions about who had all these keys.
You see, now we're getting somewhere. See, this is how the partnership works. You see, Thorgan? He's telling us.
Yeah.
Under
goes-
threat of having his hands cut off, yeah.
He goes, Dabble also thought he could seduce Lady Growlhound, but he struck out. So I want to see how you do.
Well, you know, once you go dwarf,
Uh-huh. Hey, what next? Finish the rhyme.
You don't want no morph.
Jesus Christ.
Don't want no more. He says, yeah, for a red dragon, she is an ice queen. I've never seen a woman give Dabble the cold shoulder like that.
okay. Lincoln!
I walk in, open the door, walk in, and say, "What?"
I'm gonna place my hand axe on the table. He's all yours. I'm gonna walk out.
And she's following Blinking in. Please, who is Chocolate? Just tell me, is it a cow? Is it a
What?
goat?
But for the third time already, it's some sweet. It's kind of like a dark color sweet, maybe a little bit addicting to some people. Probably to you, honestly.
It's brown
That's a
goat.
bit racist, but who is it?
It's a treat. It's a person.
It's a goddamn snack! From the other room.
So, I talked to Schemo. So, the offer's still on the table. We're gonna help you if you're gonna help us. So I think the partnership should be kind of amicable. We're not gonna do anything stupid, and you're not gonna do anything stupid because, again, I believe that you have a good heart. I mean, you obviously do, since you want to resurrect your buddy. So I think what we got to do is come up with the plan of getting into this sort of, I guess, quote unquote heist that we're gonna get into. So if you got any information, let us know.
He says, look, like I just told your other two friends, the only piece of information we have is what the keys are to get into the Vault of Dragons. We don't know if we have to bring these items physically or if they are actual or if they turn into actual keys. But the Artificer's Bismuth Heart, the dragon scales that are on Lady Growlhound, and a dozen teeth from the doppelganger bartenders of the Yawning Portal, and we can get those. Next, we need to get the gemstones from Xanathar and the Castellanters. Inchi, do you react at all to the doppelganger bartenders of the Yawning Portal?
No, I think, and she walked out of the room after Thorgrim and said, "What? Who is Snack? Is he part of this chocolate clan?"
Okay.
It's a snack, Inchi. Well, we're gonna take you down to the Yawning Portal and we'll get you some. But did you not hear? I'll be relaying all that information to both of them, Inchi.
Yeah, so
Definitely
Inchi,
like-
one of the keys you need to get into the Vault of Dragons is a dozen teeth of a doppelganger. And Schemo just said that they made a deal and had a vision, so they know where in the city there's a doppelganger. The bartenders at the Yawning Portal, except for Durnan, are doppelgangers.
And she pokes Schemo right in the eye again, and
Doing that.
it says, "A doppelganger? Don't you mean a mimic? Aren't those synonyms?" And
It's
Three, like,
pronounced
He looks at you like so flatly, like, how did this goblin escape me as long as he did? And he goes, yeah, doppelgangers are kind of like mimic. They can look like any person they've met before. They can be an old man, they can be a young woman, red hair, gray hair, black hair, doesn't matter.
Oh, there we go. We just go visit the thing that almost killed me in the museum. I don't know if I told you guys, I almost got killed in the museum. Anyway, yeah, at the museum in the basement, there's a mimic, and we'll just pull all its
No.
teeth out.
No, it needs to be a doppelganger, not a mimic. Those are different creatures that are kind of similar.
Can we still pull its teeth out?
I think so. I think those are actually valuable for potion making.
Ugh. I turn back to the rest of my career. Can we kill the mimic?
You know, when you're talking about doppelgangers and a yawning portal, you do realize that might be the high chance of your, and I do air quotes, love interest of Bonnie might be a doppelganger.
Oh, she has a sister?
I just like do a big face palm.
Oh, man.
Just a face palm. I'm just face palming at this point.
Moving on quick, ANC. That was fast. My boy. No.
Well, I mean, what's her name? Is she single?
Sure.
Yes, we'll ask her when she has got a sister when we get you your chocolate milk.
Okay, so y'all want to go to the Yawning Portal or El Tortrol Academy?
I mean,
We could scope out the academy.
El Tortrol Villa, the same place that had El Tortrol Museum, which y'all broke into about a week ago, I think. So you remember El Tortrol Villa. It was in the Castle Ward of Waterdeep. It's where all the noble lords and ladies are. And y'all get to the fence around El Tortrol Academy or El Tortrol Villa. And y'all remember when y'all were security guards here for a little bit for Milton. They have shut off the villa, the museum, and the academy to all commoners. It is only a place for nobles now. And there are guards at every little station that would take you in to the villa and academy ground. So you can see that you walking up, there are people walking about, going on their day, walking past the low gates that signal the property line of El Tortrol Villa. At every opening in the gate, there are two guards stationed, not City Watch, actual like private security hired guards. And there's a little notice board that says, "To all citizens of Waterdeep, El Tortrol Villa is closed off to anyone not of noble birth. Due to recent security concerns, the well-being of the nobles and their property takes precedent. Please forgive us." And then right beneath that, written on a different sign, a wood plank with paint on it says, "Teachers and staffing needed at El Tortrol Academy. Needed teachers for magic defense, religion, mathematics, culinary craft, bardic art, combat art, guild arts, botanical arts, and dung sweeper art." So El Tortrol Academy is hiring staff.
And she points to the sign, which also says that they're hiring magical defense staff. It says, I wonder if these humies need an illusion wizard to teach them what to do. And he's walking backwards as he says this, not noticing his surroundings.
I don't know, but you better kind of careful on where you're going. You might run into a wall.
And she turns around and
So you turn around and you realize that you're like within 5 feet of one of those royal guards. And they look at you and they point a spear at you and they say, "Oi, read the sign." And they point to a sign that says, "No goblins."
and she holds up his middle finger and says, "Oi, read this."
God damn it.
All right.
well, mayhaps I can help you out with that, isn't she?
And she turns to him with his middle finger still up. "Yeah, please."
Hold the messenger, Raven. He's thinking for a second. I thought I had a disguise kit, but I guess I don't.
I'm gonna walk on in.
Thorgrim, wait.
And she tries to follow Thorgrim.
I think you did have a disguise kit, by the way.
Yes.
I've
You're
Yeah,
a bard. You're a bard.
I was like, can I give the costume make and she's more of like a human wizard?
Well, I was
Like I'll give him a beard. Sorry, what? You were
I
gonna
was gonna say, I just walk in, right? And Inchi said that he followed me. So I was gonna turn to the guard and be like, "Pardon my valet. He is a little rough around the edges." And I'm gonna just walk in.
And she gives the guard a full teeth smile and waves, just follows Thorgrim.
Okay, so Thorgrim, as you approach the guards, they cross their spears, barring your entry, and they say, "Oi, what business have you at El Torcho Villa?"
Valet, tell him.
Oh, yeah, we just came to visit and say hello. May we, please?
No, there are no commoners allowed in El Torcho Villa, and under specific orders from Victoro and Amala Castellanta, no goblins at all.
I'm gonna
And she
put my
points.
hand on my
and
chest
she
like an
points at
insulted noble.
Yeah, and she points at Thorgrim, saying, "Does this look like some type of commoner dwarf to you?"
Thorgrim, you strike that pose, and describe what you're wearing.
I'm just wearing my kilt and bare chest. You know, my standard everyday boots that are well worn.
Okay, roll a deception check with disadvantage. You need to beat a 12.
Does his valet not help him?
The goblin valet? No.
In order to help with the act, I'm holding my hand over the chest, you know, mouth agaped, like, huh, how dare you call me a commoner? I am Goldplate of Clan Iron Eater. I am a representative of the Dwarven clan, and we are here to visit our friends, the Castellantas, and negotiate some iron trade for the city.
Okay, answer this one question, and I might let you roll a normal deception. And the guard says, "I've seen dwarven lords and ladies before. They love their gold jewelry all throughout their beards and on their ears and on their nose. Bracelets on their arms, even on their ankles. It's worked into their clothing. You seem to be of a less sparkly variety."
Have you not heard of the bandit troubles leading down to Phandalin? For God's sakes, man, look at my valet. You think if I personally could not stop being robbed, how we together could prevent such an atrocity? My man, we are but humble servants of the guild, here trying to prosper trade between our cities. Let me through.
And she looks around
Yeah,
Thorgrim
Lord,
and waves
it's
at the guard again.
Yeah, no, buddy, you're gonna have to roll that with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Okay. So with that, they are not buying it at all. And they say, "No entry permitted. If you come back with your noble papers and proof of identity, then perhaps we shall ask the El Torchos or the Castellantas if you may be let in."
Are you a city guard or a noble guard?
"I am a noble guard, sir. My family has worked for the Castellantas
you
for
don't-
generations."
You don't fall under the guard law, where if I assault you, I don't get to execute it? And at which point, I'm going to make a stand and punch him right in the dick.
Oh,
What the fuck? I'm just
he-
outside with yeah, I would say that I'm outside talking with Heel, trying to figure out a plan while they walked in.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
yep,
sitting there watching. My hand is in my hand's in my forehead, and he's just sitting there shaking his head.
Brax, that guard says, "Actually, if you assault a noble guard, the fine is done." And you punch him in the balls.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
I'm like full strength, I'm trying to dent the armor that's on his codpiece.
Yeah, dent the cod piece. Yeah. Let's go back to Blinken and Huel. You guys watch this head downstream pretty quickly. What do y'all do, Blinken and Huel?
I'm sitting there looking at the job sheet. I'm like, we could each take a job, right? We could each
Is
integrate
Kimo
the-
with you?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah,
He
he
was
says-
there in our little circle. We're all planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could pretend to be professors, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
one
good
of us be the
idea.
botanist, one of us be magical defense. I'm making she look like a wizard.
So I missed a bit of that, but and she puffs up his chest as pretend. No. I am the magic defense.
Inchi, you're over there with Thorgrim. You're not a part of this conversation.
I was gonna say he ran over to say that and ran back. I was like, look,
Gotcha.
Blinken's already ready for combat. He could do combat arts.
Yeah, maybe some woodcrafting class I could do
Oh.
with my guild.
Perfect.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
See? Well, I did. I mean, look over there. I point over to Blinken and then I'm like, is he gonna punch him? You punch him in the.
Yeah, you just
You
hear
hear
the
that
like
guard go,
thud.
"Oh."
Yeah.
Dong!
We don't. Yeah, we don't claim this person. What do you say?
Yeah, we don't know
guard
them
learned to wear it.
temporarily.
Y'all are together, yeah. So Thorgren and Inchi are in that alone. You three. So, what action do you want to take this turn?
I would kind of just like to move up and kind of be like acting like a bystander watching this go down. Maybe just a
Mhm.
couple feet,
Y'all,
not so much where I'm getting up in the action, but like
yeah, y'all notice like a couple feet down the way, there's like another gate, or like 25 feet down the way, there's another gate with two other guards. So y'all could try your own shot at getting inside if you wish.
Oh,
I mean,
you think a good
I'd like-
professor name be for us, huh?
I mean, I'd like for all of us to try to get in, but if those two are gonna
Clearly-
get caught,
Yeah, clearly they have other intentions. So
Okay. And Schemo says, "Hey, guys, come on, come follow my lead. Okay, just do what I do." And Schemo walks like that 25 feet, and he takes off that black cloak that he always has on. And the cloak is fine, but it's a bit tattered because he wears it all the time. The clothes underneath are fine, deep gnome garments. They are all black or brown or silver, but they are very fine. And the sleeves on it are like long, like a wizard's sleeves, like the little cuffs around the hands hang down. And he puts his hands together and it looks like his sleeves meet. And he straightens his posture and he holds his head up high and he walks with a little bit of purpose and stiffness. And he walks up to those guards and he just said to y'all, "Okay, guys, follow my lead." But then he says, greetings to the noble gods of the Castellantas. Me and my companions here have traveled a long way from Candlekeep after our many years of study, and we would like to enter into El Torchel Academy and apply to teach the minds of the young nobles of Waterdeep. And the guards look at Schemo up and down, and Schemo is going to make a charisma check.
Are we just bypassing that I just nutted a guard?
Oh no,
For
we're
now.
gonna come back to
We're
you.
gonna come back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, you're not with them. Yeah, you're gonna have your own thing.
yep.
And Schemo got an 18, and the guards say, of course, Master Gnome. Please step this way. The academy is right over there. You can't miss it. The hippogriff is standing outside." And the guards like open their spears, and Schemo gives them a very polite, noble nod, and he continues walking along with his good posture. The guards leave their sticks open for Blinken and Huel to pass by. Do y'all want to say anything to the guards?
I'll be like, thank you, my God, and chin up, kind of like from Tales from the Borderlands. Like he just chins up and tries to be all walks and be all snobby, like just be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, when you go back to the office, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
he's got like
y'all-
his hands on his belt, like walking by, like big puffed out chest.
Yeah. So y'all enter the villa grounds. This battle map isn't the whole villa, it's just the academy, but you follow the signs. You pass by the museum and you see the guards outside. You pass by the library that you went to one day, Blinken, and then you'll see it. El Torchel Academy, built 2 stories up, 25 feet tall, massive building that seems to go around in a kind of hexagonal pattern, built with elegant stonework and carvings and stained glass windows on all sides. There are domes on the top of many different colors, and there are plants around. It smells wonderful. There are flags of different noble houses flying from the parapets, and there are many guards outside. There are many noble guards outside, as well as various patrols of City Watch. There are also watchtowers, but the thing that really draws your eye is the member of the City Watch standing next to a hippogriff and petting its beak. The hippogriff is massive. It is the size of an elephant. It is an eagle with wings and feet, and it is looking unblinkingly out into the crowd, focusing on different people as they walk back and forth. Blinken, you would know that this is a member of the Griffin Cavalry, a special section of the City Watch that's deployed during times of need. They fly over the city and they patrol it. Normally, they're not supposed to come to the ground because the scent of horses will send them into a rage, but the academy grounds are kept clear of horses. So this hippogriff can land here and chill out here.
Okay.
And then you see a sign on the front door, or new academy year starting today. Applicants for teaching and staffing positions. Come inside. New students, welcome, lords and ladies of Faerun. All right. Going back to Thorgren and Infi. Thorgrin, you just punched a guard in the balls. Roll an attack with advantage because you sucker punched him.
24.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, that's crazy. Even this guard's AC you beat. As you hit this metal, you can tell that it's extremely well made. Probably one of the most valuable things that you've put your hand on recently. And the cod piece caves in just a little bit. And roll damage.
9. I rolled max
9?
damage. Let's fucking go.
You send this guy like he like comes off his feet and falls backwards. The other guard like lowers his spear and points it at you and says, "Well, what's your plan now, tough guy?" And he readies his spear. I will give you 1 moment of reaction since you kind of surprised that round. I guess
So-
I should actually roll fucking initiative.
Roll initiative. All right.
Okay.
11.
11.
You ever seen that
Mhm.
video of Mike Tyson just quickly hopping to the side and back?
7.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hop to the side the first time like Mike Tyson. And then I'm going to
Okay.
get a chance to get ready to punch him in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn around and
Oh,
grab
you're
him
just gonna do it again. Oh, okay. All right, good.
No.
And she got
I-
a 7.
You run off into the crowd, and because of your size, you're able to like mesh into it pretty quickly and duck out of sight. But the guards do say, "City watch! City watch! A goblin and a dwarf attacked us!" And y'all run off into the crowd. If y'all don't do something, a patrol of the city watch is probably going to come by and spot y'all. Inchi, do you do anything this turn?
And she ran off, still like kind of flipping off the guard, still like he's been doing all episode.
Mhm.
But as soon as he runs into the crowd, I guess he'll hit what's the spell? Disguise self. Yeah, he'll hit that and transform into an 3-foot elf.
A 3-foot elf.
Yeah. Yes.
So you look like a thin gnome. What clothes do you make yourself wear?
It's gonna be brown, but it's gonna be a button-up tunic, and
Oh.
yeah, it's gonna be brown, darker brown pants that goes down to his ankles, but with a small cut on the left sleeve of the pants.
I'm going to take
Oh,
Inchi, put him
uh-huh.
on my shoulders,
Okay.
and very casually and slowly make our way back to the party.
And
If
I
you
whispered,
two disguise yourself as like a tall, as like a human, but you're just two short people with disguised self, that would be so funny.
well, the thing is, I cast myself as a midget elf, so if
Uh-huh.
I'm standing on Thorgrin's shoulders, I'm like a normal sized elf, because they're like
Uh-huh.
normally around normal size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would be
Okay.
proper height.
Yeah, that's how it works. I'll let that happen because I think it's fucking hilarious. So Thorgrin, do you walk right back up to the same guards or a different set of guards?
I'm going to go to a different set of guards.
All right, so you go to the one that's 25 feet away. This one you saw your friends walk past. And again, the guards lower their spears. Remember, Thorgrin, you're on the bottom and she's on top. You said that. And they say, "Halt! What is your business at El Tocho Villa?"
Oh, where's the bathroom?
Jesus.
They say, "Sir, this is the Castle Ward. There are public outhouses and places with chamber pots all over. But El Tortural Academy right now is concerned about the opening day at El Tortural Academy. We have new students and we are in need of new teachers. So we do not have time for whatever this is."
Are you telling me you don't have a bathroom for your teachers here?
He says, "What do you mean, good sir?"
Wasn't there a magic defense opening? I'm here to be a teacher, and you won't offer me a bathroom.
He says, "So you are a teacher or you're applying to be a teacher?"
I'm applying to.
He says, "Okay, we'll let you through. The academy is that way. You can't miss it. It's got a hippogriff in front of it. I would do the interview before you use the bathroom, but to each his own." And they open up their spears and they let you through, but they like look at you weird as you continue walking. The rest of the crew that is by the door, Blinken, Huel, and Emo, y'all see like normal sized elf walk up next to you, and you know in your hearts that this is some kind of magic that's Inchi has cast, but it does look peculiar.
Yeah, I'm just like, hello, good sir, and like kind of confused at the same time.
I'm gonna stick my hand out of the trench coat, salute you. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, Edgy waves. Hi. And then he turns back towards the guard. Please, where's the bathroom? Please. I
Well, people
really
know
need to
that.
go number 1, maybe?
Well, the bathroom is probably inside. What would y'all like to do?
Well, with Schemo helped us get past, I'd pat him on the shoulder. But that's pretty clean there, kid. Keep it up. And then I'll be acting like I'm looking. If they catch us, I'll be like acquiring like for a job. But
All right, there's a guard standing right by the door. But as y'all are standing there thinking about what to do next, you see this coach pull up, and a little girl in a golden dress steps out of the carriage and looks up at the school, and she is beaming. She seems so excited to be here. She's got 3 books like in her little arms, and she scurries up the stairs, and the guard opens the door for her and says, "Lady Castellanta, welcome to have you back." And then he shuts the door again. And Blinken, you remember last session, you had a dream of someone in a gold dress singing, "Save me, get me the hells out of here."
That was Huel.
That was Huel.
yeah,
My
Fuel's
bad, that's what I
down there,
meant to
like
say.
his eyes are huge, like if he's seen a ghost or something, and he's like, "Wait a sec." I'll
What?
nudge Blinken, like that was the girl in the gold dress. Remember? I'm like, you weren't there.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you told everybody while y'all were at Troll Skull Manor, I think,
Yeah.
actually.
But the gold dress. Look, you seen
Yeah.
that last's dress, right? That was gold, yellow.
Hmm.
Starts scratching his head.
It's your ball. It's your court. What's up?
I mean, and I'll kind of how because you guys are disguised as elves now. That's what
No,
happened.
the 2
Or
of them
guards?
are disguised as one elf.
Oh
They
my!
stood on each other's shoulders.
Yep.
Oh, I completely missed. Okay, so Huel is completely confused. He's looking at them now. I'm like, oh my god, where's
I'm gonna
Inchi?
stick
Are you
my
just
hand
back?
out of the I'm gonna stick my hand out of the trench coat to shake Huel's.
Oh my! I shake his hand and I push it back in. I'm like, okay, yeah.
And at the same time, Edgy's waving at Huel.
I start waving back, I'm right in front of him. I'm like, all right, you guys we got away. What are we here for?
We're
You're
here,
pretending to be teachers.
Yes,
we're
okay.
here to steal the jewel from the Castellanters.
I'm like, didn't you? Well, I guess you didn't just hear, but that girl. Did you see her dress?
Oh, I didn't see shit.
Oh yeah, you can't see. Sorry, it was golden. Remember that dream I had?
Oh, you're gonna kill her? Not a good time.
No.
I just
God
punched
damn
the
it.
guard in the dick.
Someone is gonna kill. Yes, I know, but
Yeah,
That's
Huel,
right.
you remember the other part of that dream? A voice spoke to you and said, "If you kill this girl, you will foil the Castellanter's plan."
yeah, I definitely relay that last part. Like,
Okay, so
there was a
well,
voice.
we're doing the deed on the way out. Kind of fucked up to
No.
kill a child, but
Yes, no, we should warn the child. Maybe I don't know who this disembodied voice is. They said they'll foil the Castellaner plans. I'm sure we're more than capable enough to do that ourselves. Without the death
Also-
of a girl on our hands.
also while we're talking, can you stop talking to the crotch?
Yeah. I lean up. I'll like start talking to Blinking, and then she like Thorben could hear.
Okay, well, that's something to note anyway. That golden dress girl. Okay. Well, I mean, besides that, we gotta at least look around this academy, see what's in here.
I don't know what you commoners are talking about. And it leans back towards the guard. Dude, if you don't know where the restroom is, just let me inside and I'll find it.
You haven't even asked to go inside the building.
I'm gonna walk up to the guard.
Okay, thank you. Someone
But
goes inside the
Itchy's
building.
at his mercy because he's out of shoulders, right?
Yep. So Thorgren walks up to the guard, but Inchi, you would be expected to speak.
Yeah. Itchy says, so I need to use the restroom inside before I apply for this position. Can you just please give me directions?
He says, "Good elf, sir. If you walk in through the door, there's a door again to your right that will take you into some of the staff bedrooms, and there will be a chamber pot in the back."
And she clasps his hands together. Thank you, sir. And she
All right. He says, "Yeah, good day, sir," and he opens the door for the 2 of you,
kicks Thorgan in the ribs to walk forward.
like a horse. Okay. Everybody else, do y'all follow Inchi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go in.
All right.
Follow him.
Emo follows in behind you, and he is again keeping that very upright posture and keeping his hands together.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
And
be
all
like,
of y'all.
I'll be like square shoulders, hands together, walking.
And as you're walking, Schemo says, "The key is you gotta purse your lips just a little bit and over enunciate. They love that shit. We'll blend right in. Okay. As y'all step in, Inchi, you see that door to your right, right here. The guard said that would take you into the staff's quarters, but you also see another guard right here by a staircase. You see a mage right here, pointing at different torches on the wall and lighting them up. You see a woman with a long black staff talking to a couple of nobles up here to the north, and you can tell that there are a bunch of hallways that split off from this area that you are in. Inchi, I assume you were actually going to the bathroom?
I'm going to still head to the bathroom.
Okay. You pass by this mage who's lighting torches, and you push into this room here. There are I actually think this is a hospital. It's like a medical thing in case like an emergency happens. But there is a chamber pot in the back here.
Okay, can I hold my turn while in the bathroom with Thorgrim?
Yes, you can. Everybody else, y'all walk in. You see the same thing they saw. There's a guard by the staircase. There's a woman pointing at torches and lighting them. There's this woman with a long black staff talking to two of these nobles. And there's these hallways that split off into different areas. And right here is just this floating green magical energy. There's a placard on the front that says, "The Weave."
Hey, we.
The Weave. You know that is the source of magic, all magic, called the Weave.
I've only heard legends about that thing. I've
Pretty impressive, honestly.
never seen it.
This is not the source of all magic. This
No, it's
is a
not.
piece of magic. Okay.
But I figured
Okay.
it's not like the actual.
Yeah, this is actually where Mistra, the goddess of magic, lives, just in this academy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so y'all step in here. There's not really a turn order, and Schemo's going to kind of follow y'all's lead, because I don't want him to make all the decisions.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just peruse around. Kind of. Is this like door here locked or?
Nope,
Okay.
it is actually slightly ajar. And Blinken, you swear you can hear a familiar voice on the other side of that door.
Okay. I'll kind of peek in real quick and see if I could recognize who it is real quick, and then if anything, if it's good, I'll walk in and say, hello.
Okay, is Brax back yet? I guess
No.
not.
My crotch is silent. No.
Blinken, let me hold off on revealing that for just a moment.
Okay.
Huel,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
We want to kind of just be looking around at the weave, kind of just.
Yeah, Schemo actually comes over here with you. It's twisting and weaving and folding in on itself and coming out of itself at the same time. It's enthralling to look at. And Schemo says, "That's what we control with our music, man. Like I do illusion magic sometimes, but when I'm playing my lute, that's when I feel like that." And he points at the whirling mass of green energy.
It's like, yeah, for some reason I feel it too. It's odd. I just play music. I feel connected to it somehow.
To this door over here, you hear the sound of like different spells being cast. And every time like you hear this sparkling sound, the weave that you're standing in front of grows a little bit brighter as if it's reacting. And then also there is an open door down this hallway here that I'm about to reveal. And you hear a voice saying, "All right, children. So when we mix together blue and green, what colors do we get?" And you hear a very young voice go, "Orange!" That's what you see looking around, Huel. And since Brax isn't back yet, I'll just let you steer him around, so you can explore.
I am here.
Oh,
He is at my mercy.
No.
all right.
No.
Y'all finish up your bathroom thing, and you hop back on his shoulders, and you walk out. Where would you like to?
The whole point was to go to the bathroom and talk to my crotch privately. What do you
God
want
damn
to do, Mr. Thor guy?
We'll follow Blinken.
I
Oh,
could have
that's
done
perfect.
that, but yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
Yeah. Then we we hop back together and head to Thorgrim. I mean, not Thorgrim. Blinken.
Okay. Blinken pushes this door open, and Blinken and Inchi, y'all both hear a familiar voice saying, "Oh, yes, sir. So this is Lady Tricklefoot, a halfling family of nobles. That over there is Elzira Castellanta, my niece." And you open the door, and you see your old friend, Destry Castellanter, standing in the room with 4 students and Elzira Castellanter, a 5th student. There's also a professor in the corner who is a dragonborn. This is Alchrist, the professor of history here at El Tortle Academy.
I know that name.
Destry is introducing, yeah, you do. Candlekeep, baby. And Destry is introducing these students to Professor Alchrist.
I start. And she starts tapping his crotch and says, "Look, it's Dino Destry. Wait, hold on, Thorgan, Dino Destry."
Be quiet. You're going to give us away.
Destry is here, and he says, "Oh, if you are done with this, Mr. Alchrist, my uncle Victoro has a meeting scheduled with me. If I may be excused." And you hear that Dragonborn say, "Yes, yes, all right. Thank you, Master Castellanta." And Destry turns back around, and he comes face to face with you, Blinken, and he looks at you with a bit of surprise. Brax, what would Destry say in this moment?
He would probably just look extremely confused and greet him very politely, as if, introductions were being had, while having, the look in his eyes of like, what are you doing here? Not like an angry, but like shocked.
Yeah. So Blinken, Destry comes up to you, and he looks surprised at first, and then he slowly extends his hand and says, "Ah, Master Gnome, I don't believe we've met before."
No, we haven't. How do you do?
Do you just want me to voice Destry?
Yeah, just for this one conversation, then he'll walk
Okay.
away.
I'm doing quite well. How are you enjoying your visit?
It's quite enlightening. I've heard a lot about this place. I'm trying to get some more insight on being a professor at this lovely establishment.
Oh, yes, you must be one of those scholars from Candlekeep that we inquired for. Yes.
And then, as I'm talking, I'm still kind of chin up like a snob, try to make a posh voice while talking to you, try to fit into the crowd.
All right, y'all exchange pleasantries, then Destry politely excuses himself. "Excuse me, please," and he walks off to the north.
Excuse
right,
me, I
Blink.
need the shitter.
"Excuse me, I must take the browns to the bowl," as they say.
Okay, so I'll I guess walk up to I would like to inquire some information about being a professor, and I believe you all have a wood crafting class or maybe something available.
Yes, please, I don't believe I caught your name. I am Lady Faye L. Torchel, administrator of this academy. And you are?
Hi, my name is Lincoln. How you doing?
And she shakes your hand, and it is firm but ladylike. And she says, "Yes, I do believe we have an opening for a guildcraft class. They would be excellent. Of course, woodworking would be involved, any kinds of tools. We want our students to put their hands on the tactile instruments that the people they will one day be guiding and managing will be using. That way they know the guild from the ground up, and then hopefully they can compete with the guilds and drive them out of business. Oh, wouldn't that be so lovely?"
Quite. And then and then I'm like, wow, I like that sound already. Is there any way for like maybe sort of tour guide, seeing the establishment and maybe will pique our interest of staying here, maybe thinking too about.
He says, "Oh, quite, Mr. Blinken. I'd be happy to walk you through the school. Now, I did hear some things of people from Candlekeep. If you have other people with you, bring them. I'd be happy to give a tour to any potential professors."
Oh, perfect. I'm like kind of hoping that I'm waving in fucking
All right.
the weird elf thing that.
And she's pulling at Thorgan's ear as he notices Blinken. This way.
All right. Huel, do you also want to go with Blinken or keep doing your own thing with Schemo?
Yeah, go with Blinken and break out of the looking at the weave. And
All
go
right.
start looking.
So y'all walk past, and Lady Faye says, right this way. And this nobleman gets out of your way, but he doesn't stop his conversation with this tall woman with the black staff. And he says, "Please, Lady Blackstaff, just assure me that my children are going to be okay. With the break-in at the museum so nearby, and that goblin that tried to break into Castellanta Manor, we are all just worried." And that woman says, "Lord Blackstone, I assure you I have overdone. Me and my agents, the artificers specifically, helped make the security for El Torchel Academy, and we beefed it up after the break-in at the museum. Don't worry. After the sun sets, all of these doors locked from the inside, and no one except the school administrator can let someone in and out. Your children will be safe. Extra guards have been stationed here, and the Castellantas have lended their own royal guardsmen patrol the school at all hours of the day. I assure you, no thievery, no goblins, no funny business will be occurring here at all. And Lady Faya continues walking you north. And I'm just going to move her token. Next session, I'll probably make your token smaller as y'all are walking around these halls.
Okay.
And she says, of course, you just saw the history classroom with Professor Olchrist. He is such a delight and a joy. His family has studied noble history for generations, and they are well known amongst the Sword Coast for being great intellectuals. And she continues walking up, and she says, of course, this is our music conservatory. It used to be where we studied astrology, but that has kind of fallen out of fashion with the nobles as of late. The professor of the performing arts here is Scythian Skaldarang. And you open the door, and there's this pudgy little blue tiefling with small horns, and he's keeping a beat for some students that are singing, and you hear him say, use your diaphragm. You must sing from your diaphragm. Over enunciate your words so that the people in the back seats may even hear you. Lady Faya continues walking north. She says, up here is our herbology department. If you happen to know any knowledge botanists that are loyal to nobles, we would love to have someone come here and replenish our gardens and teach our young ladies how to grow a proper rose garden. That is up here. She says, next to that is also my office, which has some of the El Torchel family heirlooms in it. A history lesson all in its own. Chris, come in there, and we'll never get to talking about what the meeting was scheduled to be because he will just ask so many questions about the history. She continues walking north, and she says, these are points of weave. We pride ourselves on our arcane studies, so we, of course, wanted to put the weave in front of the students' eyes so that they may see it and know what they are studying and know that they are not manipulating something unreal. The weave is very real and behaves in specific ways. And then, of course, to the north here, we have the lecture hall, where we are proud to host Lord Victoro Castellanta himself as he teaches house management and business. Of course, with all the workhouses he's created outside the city, he has kept the homeless and the peasants well employed and well fed, as well as keeping them off the streets and keeping their hands from being idle. She gives you a minute to listen, and this is the first time you've actually heard Victoro Castellanter's voice, and he says, and so it was that the great houses of Waterdeep completely capitulated to the mob of the people and the guildmasters, and Laeral Silverhand and her cronies, Elminster and Mert, took over the city, taking over the open lord spot and forcing us nobles to give up our land to the common people and to the business masters and guild masters, and it has thrown this city into chaos ever since. What we will study here is what went wrong and what we will do to make this city amazing for nobles, the world as it should be. She continues walking along, and she says, up there's a private study room we have for any students that are having difficulty or want to engage in their own studies. Of course, we encourage our great little minds here to pursue whatever their heart desires, be it arcane magic, unknown histories, and even occasionally a meteor literacy. Just a bunch of little kids discussing all of their favorite books. It is so wonderful. He says, here, of course, is a private library for students and administrators and teachers alike, where you can go and have some seclusion and privacy to dig into your studies. And on the other side, there are 6 fully functioning washrooms, one of the oldest set of washrooms in Waterdeep. All right, and she continues walking around the circle. There's some kind of big room in the middle of El Torchel Academy that she has not taken y'all to yet. There's also another staircase here leading up and down with a guard in front of it. She says to the north up there's a nobleman from Neverwinter who is giving a lecture on humanoid anatomy. I believe today he was discussing elves. and you peek in to this room, and it kind of like goes down like one of those lecture halls where you walk downstairs and the lecture is at the front. And there's a nobleman there who's gesturing at a pile of bones. And then she says, and over here we of course have our various monster and creature studies. She says, a class so dangerous we only let a few students teach it. I believe today they are learning about Kinku, who are often servants of powerful monsters in the Undercity. And you peek into this classroom, and there is a Kinku tied to a chair. And it is seems to like be slurring its words a little bit and not moving as fast as it should. And it says, let me out, I do not like. And then there is a ghost, a ghostly figure wrapped in chains who is lecturing to two students. And it says, no, the Kinku can only repeat words that it has heard before. It is not intelligent enough to make its own decisions or even form its own words. It is one of the lower life forms. Do not mistake its ability for speech as sentience. And again, that Kinku says, let me out. And then, as y'all are walking along, over here by a door to an office, y'all notice Milton reading a book, sitting at a bench. Lady Thea says, and this is one of our newest professors that I'm very proud of. And y'all notice that you are walking towards Milton. Blinken, you are not disguised. Huel, you are not disguised. Thorgren is not visible, and Inchi is disguised. But you hear Schemo humming to himself. And as you look at him, his face changes slightly. His skin tone changes from a dark blue to a lighter blue. His nose gets bigger and his ears get longer and his eyes kind of sag as if he's aged a little bit. He is casting a very subtle disguise self spell on himself. And Lady Thea walks up to Milton and says, this is Milton, head butler to Lord and Lady Castellanta themselves. A well sought after and well won position. He teaches etiquette to all the young lords and ladies here.
I'm just gonna be like, I need to run to the bathroom. Hold on, and I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay,
Sure, he's
you'll-
okay, and I'll follow him.
Okay, all right. Y'all run up to the washrooms here in the north. What do y'all do in here?
We're gonna, well, at least I'll talk to you and say something like, oh, that's not good that he's here, but that be expected, I guess, since the guys on lanterns are here. I don't think we should show our faces to him. Do you happen to have something that could at least cover our face or something? Maybe a scarf or something?
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm gonna use that costume kit I had earlier for Blinken, even like a bit of like minor illusion
I'm
to
sorry.
it as well.
You're gonna cast minor illusion on the both of you?
I'm using the costume for Blinken. I'm gonna give the Blinken like this,
Okay.
so he can like change how he looks. And then I use disguise self on me.
Okay. Huel, what do you make yourself look like?
Huel will like grab his cloak and like spin around in circles for a minute. He's gonna turn into like a giant half orc. He's got big pointy ears, so it's like a half orc, half elf creature. But he's like a botanist, so he's got the overalls on and stuff. I can do botany,
okay.
right?
All right.
I can do botany, I think.
You absolutely could. It's your choice.
Yeah, so I got like all like the farmer garb on.
Okay.
However, Blinken wants to use his costume kit there.
Blinken, again, the disguised kit has some magical makeup in it that can completely change your appearance, but not your size.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll be like, well, let's not go out till like 10 minutes later. And what I'm gonna do, and then I'm just gonna like have some palettes and stuff and kind of make it look like I have some hives breaking out, and kind of be like, look, we just had food poisoning. We ate somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Blinken, what, you just cover yourself in hives? That's it?
Well, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna completely change my look because obviously she already saw me, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, I was about to say.
yeah, because I'm just gonna like I said, just make it look like I had like some sort of food poisoning.
Okay. You swell your face up enough that it might be like slightly unrecognizable. Milton mostly interacted with Thorgren, so maybe you could get away with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all meet back up with them, and they go, Oh, I do certainly hope that you are well, Mr. Blinken. I hope it wasn't anything you caught in this city. We would hate to miss out on the opportunity for you to teach here. And she walks up to Milton, and she says, Master Milton, sir, would you like to meet some of our prospective teachers? I remember you telling me that you wish to sit in on the interview and ask questions, and of course we would be delighted to have you there. And Milton very gingerly places a bookmark in the book that he was reading with his gloved hands. He looks up and he adjusts his glasses, and he says, "My, what an eclectic bunch that you have here. Yes, they all seem pretty knowledgeable, but we shall test that knowledge, will we not, Lady Thea?" And they both give like a very stiff, polite, noble chuckle.
I'll try to chuckle, but it's painful. Oh.
Yeah, perfect. And Lady Thea continues the tour, and Milton goes back to reading his book. Lady Thea says, "There's the door to the north, to the south, to the west. There are guards outside all of them. We've had some incidents at El Tortravilla recently, but rest assured, your security will be well looked after." And then the final room that I will show you today on our tour is the Arcane Studies room. We also use it as a dual-purpose room for studying general art. Right now we have Joyster, a fantastic tiefling that has come to us and delights our students every day in knowledge of the arts and crafts. This was the person that y'all heard earlier describing different color theory to students.
Yeah.
And then, of course, down here, actually, is our sorcery studies room, led by Lord Theep, Master of Sorcery. He will be choosing the most powerful sorcerers of the incoming class and privately tutoring them all semester long to make sure that the noble bloodlines and the noble bloodline magic are as powerful and sharp as ever.
Fascinating. What a it hurts a little bit, but to talk about what a great facility.
Because certainly. Now, upstairs, of course, is the student quarters, which no professor is allowed to go up. There are certain mages that are personally chosen by the noble families that guard the students at night. And then below is the catacombs. We don't go down there anymore. They're very, very old and dangerous.
Okay. So the upstairs part, is that where guards are placed, for the students or whatever? Is that what I'm assuming? Or is that a different section that because I remember you were saying there was a area where there was guards in place?
Yeah, so there are guards all over here, and there are guards outside the building as well. She said upstairs is the students' quarters.
Right.
Downstairs is the catacombs. She says, "Well, if you would like to teach at our prestigious academy, we can begin the official interview process in the dining hall." And she takes you now to this final big room in the center. An elegant dining hall with 8 tables and a bunch of chairs at the top for the professors and the administrator. Would all of you like to go in and do an interview?
I think Blinken will hold off on that, but given the fact that he had hives. So he's like, maybe when I get better, I appreciate the offer, but I will say that I may hear from me soon.
He says, "Oh, Mr. Blinken, please find your way to a healer. This is Waterdeep. There are plenty here who would be willing to help you. As for the rest of you, we could go ahead and start your interviews now. How about you, Master Half-Orc? Botanist? Ooh, I love an orc with a green thumb."
Yes, I'm quite novice. You can still say I'm a little green, but I know a few things I could teach.
"Most excellent. We'll explore your knowledge in the interview." All right, so Huel, you're going to go get interviewed. Thorrun and Inchi, what do y'all do?
And she pokes it at his crotch. You ready for the interview?
Literally say that out loud. No, he's so funny.
I whisper it, but yeah, it's out loud.
Just punching your crotch. You ready?
All right. What position are you going to apply for, Inchi and Thorgren? Magic defense?
Yeah, if it's up to Inchi magic defense.
No. We should do illusion.
Illusion?
There is no illusion class.
Should I ask for an illusion class? I didn't see.
Okay. Tell them we'll do defense, but be like, I also know some illusion spells, and then cast like a cloud of smoke or something, and then while they're stunned by the cloud of smoke and they can't see us, we'll drop the trench coat and we'll both stand on the table flexing you as yourself and me as me.
Yeah, that's good. I will cast a spell so that it looks like you are sneaking into class, just you physically, and then
No.
No,
That way
no.
they think you duplicated yourself.
Oh,
Like I, an elf mage, can create two beings with my magic, and one's a goblin, one's a dwarf.
just smoke. Are you sure? Just smoke.
Yeah, just poof, smoke, and we quickly change.
Like, do you want it to be a physical poof or just a smoke?
Like a poof of smoke.
God damn.
So not like an actual sound, just smoke, not like an actual poof. The smoke.
No, just smoke. Just smoke is fine.
Just smoke. Okay, I'll give you all the smoke. And and she walks forward to the professor. All right, we're ready to apply.
Excellent. And your name and the position that you're going to be applying for?
Oh, my name is Inch, just Inch, and I'm applying for magical defense with illusions.
I will be very interested to see how that happens. Now, the person that applies for magical defense will have to prove that they can, in fact, magically defend themselves. Will you be ready for a test like that?
Oh, I am more than ready, sir.
All right. So, Thorgrin, you walk up into the dining hall. Blinken, you said you were leaving the academy?
Yeah, I'll be like walking towards the outside, kind of going somewhere in the corner, waiting for them to be out.
Okay. As you're walking out, you see Schemo in his slightly disguised form walk up to Lady Faya, and he says, "Now, ma'am, if you already have someone teaching music, why do you need a bardic arts director?" And she says, the arts, those are one of our staff positions. One of the few we don't require nobles to teach. The thing is about Scythian, he is a fantastic chorus director, and he is somewhat great at teaching people to play the mandolin. However, the rest of the bardic arts he's not so good at. We want our students to be well-rounded, to know how to use elegant and verbose words to tell a story, to weave together jokes, history, knowledge, and communicate. The bardic arts are wide and great, and we need someone who knows them all to teach bardic arts. And Emo says, "Well, ma'am, I certainly hope that I can be your guy." And he begins walking up towards the Great Hall. Lincoln, you exit, and as each of you, or as y'all were walking past this woman right here, the Black Staff, who was talking with this noble about security, y'all are walking through these doors to the Great Hall, you hear her say, "Do not worry yourself, Lord Stone. Trust me. I promise that if anything happens here at El Tortrel Academy, I, the Blackstaff, will respond to it myself." And the Blackstaff is the captain of Force Grey. She is, in fact, the boss of the Artificer. And that is where we are going to leave it for today.
All right.
Okay.
Serious second thoughts about this.
Don't grow a tree. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this earth for free. Oh no, we can't slow down, we can't hold back, though you know we wish we could. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
Roll damage.
9. I rolled
9?
max damage. Let's fucking go.
You send this guy like he comes off his feet and falls backwards, and he grips his fucking balls. Then he goes to the side. Oi, oi. He says, or some pun for balls.
His royal jewels.
My royal jewels. And
Like
he
berries and
rolls
twigs.
back and forth.
The intro music is Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Connie Jash, and the video is Waterdeep Dragon Heist by Smite or Flight.